Good afternoon. My speech title is The Stony Slave Rebellion, A Fight for Freedom. The 1739 Stone Slave Rebellion was a turning point in American history, revealing the harsh realities of slavery, the courage of an enslaved African who fought back, and the lasting impact of the colony laws and the overall fight for freedom. Picture living in a time where freedom was only a dream, and trying to escape meant risking your life. That was the reality for many enslaved Africans in colony America. This speech will explore why the 1739 Stony Slave Rebellion happened, what key events took place, and how it impacted history. The Stony Slave Rebellion of 1739 was a major event that revealed the cruel conditions of slavery, the bravery of an enslaved African who resisted, and its long lasting effect on the colony's laws and fighting for freedom. Today, I'll talk about why the rebellion happened, the key events that unfolded during the uprising, and the long lasting impact the Stony Rebellion had on colony society. The brutal conditions on plantations made enslaved Africans desperate for change. Slaves working on South Carolina rice plantations faced extreme cruelty, long hours, and almost no hope of freedom. That which fueled the desire to rebel. The promise of freedom in Spanish Florida motivate the rebellion. Spain offered freedom to any slave who made it to Florida. That was a huge incentive for many enslaved Africans to take the risk and fight for their lives. African born slaves brought military experience to the rebellion. Many of them was rebels, was originated from Africa, where they had experience in warfare. This made them skilled and ready to resist their oppressors. Reference Thornton 1105. The rebellion started on September 9th, 1739. Around 20 enslaved Africans broke into a local store, stealing weapons and beginning the uprising. The rebels marched south, gathering more support. As they moved toward Spanish Florida, the rebels recruited more slaves and killed white settlers, growing their group to nearly 100 people. Reference Fauner 109. The rebellion was eventually crushed by the militant. Later the same day, the local militants caught up with the rebels, leading to a violent confrontation that left many rebels dead or captured, bringing an uprising to an end. Reference Wood 243. Stricter laws were put in place to control the enslaved population. After the rebellion, South Carolina passed the Negro Act of 1740, which restricted slaves from gathering together and learning how to read. The rebellion spread fear among slave owners and inspired future uprising. The Stony River struck fear into hearts of the slave owners, but it also encouraged future acts of resistance, like those led by Denmark and Nat Turner. Reference Thornton 1108. The rebellion showed the length enslaved Africans would go for freedom. Even though the rebellion didn't succeed, it was a powerful reminder of how far an enslaved person would go to fight for their freedom. In conclusion, The Stony Slave Rebellion of 1739 was a defining moment in American history, highlighting the cruel realities of slavery and the relentless desire for freedom among enslaved Africans. We looked at why the rebellion happened, what key events took place, and the lasting impact it had on social and future generations. Even though the Stony Rebellion didn't achieve its ultimate goal, its legacy lives on as a symbol of human rights for freedom and justice. By learning about this event, we can be better understand the courage and determination of those who risk everything for liberty. Thank you.